who the Knicks have to re-sign. It's always, the old ABC Wild World of Sports saying, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. No better example than in a Game 7. Final time this season. In his first year, joining his former college teammates, the Nova Knicks, such a part of what happened.
And that right there was the end of the New York Knicks playoffs as we know it. A Game 7 loss at home to the Indiana Pacers, 130-109. 21 points they lost by. Simply put, brutal playoff loss for the New York Knicks. For a team that had a 2-0 series lead in this series against the Pacers, then they go up 3-2. They get smacked around in the next game. And the Pacers force a Game 7. That was the Siakam game. Nobody could stop Pascal Siakam. And then in this one, just straight out of the gates, OG Anunoby played just the first 4 minutes. He had a 3 and a bucket, finished with 5 points, but he just could not push on with that hamstring, so he was done. The Knicks were already at a loss with that. Yeah, Josh Hart playing through abdominal pain. But the Knicks just ultimately gave the Pacers way too much time and space to create shots, and it bit them because they fell down big time pretty early on. They trailed by as much as 22 in that first half. Brunson was horrible. Your guy that's usually comes through in the clutch, he just had a really off game. And then, as we know, in the fourth quarter, fractures his hand trying to block a Halliburton layup, and that was all she wrote. You saw the disdain by his father on the sidelines, once played for the New York Knicks. And Mike Breen was just kind of talking about how much Brunson has meant to this team, and that was just a big blow in this game. But the Knicks already pretty much dug their own grave in the first half. Alec Burks, let's applaud him. He was outstanding in the first half and in the second half. And I didn't get to see how much he finished with, but I know it was like something like 24, 26 points for Alec Burks. Him and DiVincenzo were the heart and soul of the Knicks tonight, ultimately, and that's really what bit them in the end. Alec Burks coming off the bench. I mean, Precious Achiuwa, how many fadeaways did we have to see? How many fadeaway bricks did we have to see from him? Miles McBride showed great effort, but twice he got called for a 5-second violation. Just discombobulated Knicks team that ultimately was killed by injuries. OG Anunoby unable to play, like I said already. Julius Randle, this started in the middle of the season. Julius Randle goes down. They lose him for the rest of the way. OG Anunoby missed a plethora of games as well. Mitch Robinson suffered for most of the season. The Knicks didn't have him, and in and out of the lineup at certain times during the season, even when he came back, and then obviously unable to suit up. And the last few against the Pacers here, and Bojan Bogdanovic, a clutch player off the bench. The Knicks have been without him, or were without him for the playoffs. Just brutal injury bug for the Knicks. And in the second half, they rally back. Like I said, they trail by as much as 22 in that first half. They cut it down to 15 at halftime, and they rally back down 6. But again, too much time and space. Miles Turner doing his thing. Halliburton, Siakam, and before you know it, TJ McConnell. Before you know it, the lead's back to 14 and beyond, and the Knicks just couldn't get over that hump. 67.1% from the field for the Pacers, an NBA playoffs record. They just could not miss. They were lights out. So, just an unfortunate ending to a great season for the Knicks. A relentless team, did not give up throughout the entire season, even battling injuries and into the playoffs. And hopefully you can hope that the Knicks can recruit a big-time star in this offseason. They've showed the league that they're a team that is here to compete and a team that is here to play. So maybe they can recruit. LeBron James is a free agent. Paul George is a free agent. Maxey's a free agent. Tyrese Maxey. Tobias Harris. Maybe the Knicks can get one of these. Pascal Siakam. Maybe we can recruit somebody, because also they have to strongly consider, obviously, paying OG Anunoby. Now, given his reliability with the injury, maybe they don't have to pay him as much now, but he's still going to probably cost a pretty penny. Alec Burks, I know is a free agent as well. Burks, excuse me. Maybe they bring him back with the performance that he had. Finally getting some good playing time. But ultimately, the Knicks hopefully can come back better than ever next season and healthier. Healthier is really what we need now. So now moving forward, just a quick preview of this Eastern Conference Finals. The Indiana Pacers and the Boston Celtics. I think this is the 7th time they're meeting each other in the playoffs. The Pacers, they're going to be I think they're a very good matchup against the Celtics. In the regular season, they were the number 1 team in points per game, the number 1 team in assists per game. I think they were not second in rebounds. I think the Celtics were number 1 in rebounds, number 1 in blocks. The Celtics were the best 3-point shooting team in the league. So these are two teams that match up pretty well on paper when you look at what they present as a team. And the Pacers, the number 1 bench in the league, I think it was 46 points per game off the bench for the Pacers. So they're definitely going to give the Celtics a run for their money. This is not just going to be a runaway series, at least I don't think. I think they'll go head-to-head, and the Pacers, the way they played against the Knicks, showing resiliency, down 0-2 and then down 3-2, I don't expect anything less going up against the Celtics in this next round. I can see it going 6 or 7 games for sure. And then we await the winner of the Western Conference. The Mavs punched their ticket, and now they await Game 7 between the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. But go New York, go New York, go for the final time. Drop your comments in the comment section below of how you thought the series went as a whole against the Pacers, the Knicks season as a whole. Give me your overview, and just let me know in the comment section, and be sure to subscribe.